morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you're looking forward to a great week. Hope you had a terrific weekend, relaxing or fruitful, whatever happened to be. But it's time to get after it again. I have a fairly light topic, but interesting and relevant topic today. Today, I'm going to highlight an article from Ben Carson from A Wealth of Common Sense. The title of the article is $500 is basically free these days. Now, I put a link to the article here in the notes, as well as I did a LinkedIn post on this morning. It's available with a summary of the article and then a link. But it's interesting. Here's the bottom line: is that Ben thinks there's an upcoming boom in renovation loans and renovation work and renovation lending. And he says so for two reasons. First is that homeowners have a record amount of equity. Home equity in the United States has now topped $22 trillion. And at the same time, you have a bunch of people locked in with a super low interest rate in the 2s, 3s, 4s that don't want to give up their rate, but they want a nicer home. So one of the solutions is to take out cash, take money out to do a renovation, whether it be in a second or a HELOC or something like that. So he thinks there's going to be a huge wave of renovation. And the title of the article, $500 is basically free, refers to he recently had a leak in his roof, and the roofing person that came out said, hey, look, really you should replace your roof, and it's going to cost about $30,000. However, if you just want to kind of patch it together, I can probably put some patch on it for about $500. And then the roofer said, in today's world, $500 is basically free because there's very little you can get done from a tradesman or work on your house for $500 or less. So that's how the title $500 is basically free came. And then the two thesis about why he thinks renovation is about to hit a huge uptick. I happen to agree with, that's reasonable, tons of equity. People want nicer houses. They like spending their money. But as we go on in the article, which, by the way, as I mentioned, I provide links in the article, Ben quotes some Zonda data on renovation. And so what the data has is how much it costs today, and then what's it add in resale value. And really the point is crazy how much it costs, not how much the work is worth. But for example, to replace a garage door costs about $4,500, and it gains about $8,700 in resale value, so it's almost 2 to 1. Some of the other things, a minor kitchen remodel costs around $28,000, of which you recoup $26,000 if you were to resell it. A wood deck addition costs about $17,600, from which you would recoup about $14,500 if you were to sell. A mid-range bath remodel costs about $25,000, from which you would recoup about $18,600 on a sale. Window replacements cost about, and this is the average cost across country, by the way, varies by region, but a vinyl window replacements cost about $21,000 and would recoup about $14,000 in value. Roofing replacement for just asphalt shingles, $30,000. You would recoup $17,461. A major kitchen remodel for a mid-sized kitchen runs about $80,000, of which you would recoup $40,000. A bath remodel would be about $40,000. You'd recoup about half, $20,000. An upscale bath remodel costs about $80,000, from which you recoup about $36,000. A major kitchen remodel on an upscale kitchen, on average, costs around $160,000, from which you would only recoup $60,000. So if you did that major kitchen remodel, sold your house, you would have lost $100,000 in exchange. To add a bedroom, a primary suite, like a master suite, costs about $165,000. You'd recoup about $60,000 from that. So there you go. Most likely, there's going to be a renovation boom. It will more than likely not come in the form of renovation loans. It will come in the form of HELOCs and seconds, more than likely. It's because people have a ton of equity and they are stuck in their homes with low interest rates, but they want to live in a nicer place. And it's crazy how much stuff costs. $160,000 to do a kitchen, or $80,000 to do a bathroom. That's crazy. $25,000 put on a deck, and from that, very little of that can you recoup if you were to sell the house. Now, there's a couple other things just to close this out. A couple other closing thoughts. The first is, Ben just shared some of his experiences, which I'm going to echo. And he has, hey, here's, as a rule of thumb, here are kind of 4 things you're going to experience if you do a renovation project in your house. 1, it's probably going to cost more than you think. 2, it's going to take longer than you think. 3, you're most likely going to be overwhelmed with the choices you're forced to make. And 4, all that said, you'll probably be happy with it's done. Now, Mrs. Stowers and I have done 2.5, 3 remodels kind of things in the last 2 or 3 years. And we've, especially during the pandemic, we experienced that in spades. It was far more expensive than we expected, and it took far longer than you'd think. And if they say it's going to take 3 months, it's going to take 9. It just took far longer. Although that's getting better. We're doing a slight remodel right now in our house in San Diego, and that's going to be pretty quick. It's actually going to be less than we expected. And you are overwhelmed. Even like the simplest thing, if you're, changing out your kitchen counters, you're going to have to look at, 25 different materials, 200 different styles, all sorts of different applications. It's just every little thing. It's amazing how much you have to choose. But once it's over, you're pretty happy about it. And then finally, he brought up this study from Dan Kahneman, who in Thinking Fast, he wrote Thinking Fast and Slow, the book Thinking Fast and Slow, which is a really interesting book, kind of about consumer thought, right? And so Kahneman cites a 2002 study, so it's slightly dated, but the average American homeowner who did a remodeled kitchen expected it to cost roughly $20,000. So in 2022, the average homeowner that did a remodeled kitchen expected to cost around $20,000. The actual cost was over $40,000. So the average homeowner's expectation on cost is half what it really is. And although that study is dated, I bet that still holds true today. Whatever we think, it's going to be double what we think it is. And so just still yourself if you're going to do a renovation. I remember we are checking on trying to add a hot tub to our house here, and we first checked with a bunch of contractors, and nobody would get back to us. It was during the pandemic, and then everybody gave us crazy quotes, and they were 5 times more than I thought it would be. So it was certainly true here. But if you're a mortgage professional, make sure you're getting with your customers. See if they have the urge to do renovations. Start to network with trades and contractors. See if you can be of value by connecting people with people that can do the work. Of course, help them with their financing. You might connect them with people that help with design or interior designers. Just we can be more and more valuable to our clients. That's great. But that's my light but relevant topic for today. Renovation boom is coming. I hope you're going to have a booming week this week. I hope you're after it. I hope you're chasing all the opportunities and purchase and in refinance. Setting yourself up for a strong year-end close and setting yourself up for thrive in 25. With that, hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.